1400 years ago, a man in the middle of the Arabian desert described how a human baby develops inside the womb, in stages that modern embryology only discovered with microscopes and ultrasound machines in the 20th century.
No hospitals. No microscopes.
No science textbooks existed. Just revelation. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why so many scientists, after reading these verses, were left speechless. Stay till the end, because the final stage described in the Quran is something doctors only confirmed less than 100 years ago. Let's start with a basic question. In the 7th century, what did people actually believe about how babies were formed? Most ancient civilizations, the Greeks, the Egyptians, even respected philosophers like Aristotle, believed a baby was formed instantly from a mixture of fluids, fully shaped from the very beginning, just growing bigger over time. There was no concept of stages. No understanding that a baby transforms dramatically, again and again, before birth. Yet the Quran, revealed during this exact period, describes a precise multi-stage process, a process that modern embryology didn't fully map out until the age of microscopes, over 1,000 years later. Let's go stage by stage, exactly as the Quran describes it. Stage 1, Nutfah. Surah Al-Muminun, verse 12, says Allah created man from a quintessence of clay, referring to Adam as, but then verse 13 continues, then we placed him as a nutfah in a firm lodging. The word nutfah refers to a tiny drop of fluid. Modern science confirms that human life begins with a single sperm cell out of millions, fertilizing an egg, an amount so small it's invisible to the naked eye. The Quran calls it a drop, and that's scientifically exactly what it is at that stage. But the Quran goes even further. Surah Al-Insan, verse 2, describes this drop as a nutfatin amshaj, a mixed drop. This refers to the mixture of fluids from both male and female that combine to form the beginning of life. This detail, that it's a mixture, not a single fluid, wasn't scientifically understood until the discovery of the sperm and egg cell centuries later. Stage 2, Alaqah. Surah Al-Muminun, verse 14, continues, then we made the nutfah into an alaqah. This is where the science becomes genuinely stunning. The word alaqah in Arabic has three meanings simultaneously: a leech, a suspended structure, and a clot of blood. Now here's what embryologists discovered only with modern imaging technology. In the early stage of development, the embryo actually resembles a leech in shape and in how it clings to the uterine wall for nourishment, just like a leech clings to feed. At the same time, the embryo is literally suspended in the womb, floating, attached by a structure. And simultaneously, at this stage, the embryo's appearance is dominated by dark, clotted blood-like tissue, because the circulatory system is developing internally while there's no visible external blood flow yet. One single word, alaqah, accurately describes three distinct scientific realities happening at the exact same time. This isn't guesswork. This isn't vague poetry. This is precise. Stage 3, Mudghah. The verse continues, then we made the alaqah into a mudghah. Mudghah means a chewed piece of flesh, something that looks like it's been chewed by teeth, leaving small tooth-like indentations. Embryologists studying this stage of development under microscopes describe the embryo's surface at this point as having somite formations, small block-like segments that, remarkably, resemble the marks left by teeth on chewed gum. This is literally the terminology some modern embryologists have independently used to describe what they observe. Stage 4, Bones and Flesh. The Quran continues, then we made from the mudghah bones, and we covered the bones with flesh.
Surah Al-Muminun.
This describes a very specific order, bones forming first, as a structural framework, and then muscle tissue developing around and over that skeletal structure. This is exactly the order confirmed by modern embryology. Cartilage and bone structures begin forming before the surrounding muscle tissue fully develops around them. Stage 5. A new creation. The verse then concludes with the words, "Then we developed him into another creation." This refers to the point where the embryo transforms into something distinctly recognizable as human. Organs functioning, movement beginning, a heartbeat detectable. A transformation so significant the Quran describes it as becoming another creation entirely. Then Surah Az-Zumar, verse 6, adds another detail that modern science only confirmed with ultrasound technology. He creates you in the wombs of your mothers, creation after creation, within 3 darknesses. Scholars have explained these 3 darknesses as referring to 3 distinct layers surrounding the developing baby: the abdominal wall, the uterine wall, and the amniotic membrane. Modern medical imaging confirms exactly these 3 anatomical layers surrounding a developing fetus, each one distinctly separate from the others. Now here's where this becomes even more remarkable. Dr. Keith Moore, one of the most respected embryologists in the world and author of one of the most widely used embryology textbooks in medical schools, was presented with these verses. After studying them in detail alongside modern embryological findings, he publicly stated that the Quran's descriptions matched modern scientific understanding of embryonic development with a level of accuracy that could not be explained by 7th-century knowledge alone. He went on to help classify and organize embryonic stages using the Quranic terminology alongside modern scientific terminology, presenting this comparison at international embryology conferences. Think about the position Prophet Muhammad was in. He was an unlettered man. The Quran itself describes him this way, living in a desert society with no universities, no microscopes, no concept of cells, no medical textbooks. Yet the words revealed to him described a 5-stage process of human development so precise that it wasn't fully mapped out by human science until the invention of powerful microscopes and imaging technology, over 1,300 years later. This isn't a coincidence people can easily explain away. This is a sign, exactly as the Quran itself describes it. Surah Fussilat, verse 53 says, "We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth." Every human being watching this video went through these exact stages before they were born. The Nutfah, the Alaqah, the Mudghah, the bones, the flesh, the transformation into another creation. This isn't ancient mythology, it's a description of your own biological beginning, written down centuries before anyone had the tools to verify it. And that's exactly the point. The Quran doesn't ask you to believe blindly. It points you toward the signs in your own body, in the universe around you, and says, look, reflect, and see the truth for yourself. If this left you speechless the way it left embryologists like Dr. Keith Moore speechless, share it with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe to continue this Quran and Science series, where we explore more scientific miracles hidden in the Quran, verse by verse.